It is Thursday, March 13th, 2025, and Holden is dropping off Hero. And little does he know that I have a special surprise plan for him. I told him that my friend Natalie sent me a parody of Toy Story, but what it actually is a pregnancy reveal. I told Holden that, this may be TMI, but I got my period and we would just try next month. Hopefully when he gets home, I can talk him into just watching this without like, no, I need to do this, or let's do this later, or something like that, because I really, really want to surprise him with this, because he didn't really get a reveal last time with Hero. So I'm really anxious to surprise him that he's gonna be having another baby that's gonna be due in November. I think it's just a couple minutes long.
I have no idea what this is. She's just like, sit down. I know you haven't showered.
Well, I don't know much either.
Oh, okay. It's a baby surprise. That's a pretty good intro. I wonder how. Fiverr? A new playmate. A lunchbox? Wait, what? You told me that you started. Oh, this is a setup. That was supposed to be about Natalie. Oh. Oh, wow. You sneaky. Oh, you. That's why you never do that. Oh, baby.
Are you excited?
So you lied to me this morning.
I did. I had to.
You had to? Oh, that's great. That was a good setup, everyone. That was good. Oh, baby.
Are you happy?
I'm very happy.
Did you know?
No, well, I was suspicious until you were like, my period started. I was like, oh, well, we'll try again. Happy to oblige. Okay. Oh.
You were poking around so much, I'm like, just leave it alone.
I was like, can I shower first? She's like, no, sit down. I was like, okay. I was like, I got Anthony's helping me outside with the car. You know, is this something we could do later? No, sit down. He's literally out there by himself working on our vehicle.
Well, this couldn't wait because I couldn't wait.
Okay. Oh, baby, I'm so happy. Fingers crossed we've been going back and forth if we want a boy, another boy, or a girl. And for a while, I was about split. First child, I really wanted a little boy, and I got my little Hero. So I was pretty happy about that. But now I think I'm leaning towards a little girl.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter to me either.
As long as the baby's healthy, but I'm at heart a boy mom. But I kind of want to see what a little girl will look like.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards a little girl. I'd be happy with either. But like if I had it my way, I'd like the boy and then the little girl, I think, to end it up.
What's this?
Anthony
now?
Is? All right, well, let me go help him with the car. I'll go tell Anthony. We are very, very early in this pregnancy. We've not told anyone. By we, I mean I've told people, but we have not made it public. I just couldn't help myself. Right after she did the video reveal thing for me, I was already gonna go help my neighbor reinforce his little playground. He's a little playground thing in his backyard for his kids, and he needed some help, and I have the tools that are needed. So I went over there and was like, hey, yeah, so my wife's pregnant, you know, so we've been trying to keep this one on the DL a little bit longer, but I have been kind of not doing a great job with that. I haven't been telling everyone. I haven't told all of our friends or anything, but just, you know, I told Amy and my neighbor, and, you know, I just couldn't help myself. But Jen is like really, really wanting to do an ultrasound and see the baby, who's like the size of an orange seed at this point. So she's scheduled with a local ultrasound ologist. It's the same person that we went to when we had Hero. So we're going to see that. We don't know if it's a boy or girl. It's too early to tell. And coincidentally, in the midst of like the new baby phase, Hero was up with me till about 2 a.m. last night. He has some kind of cold or something, but he's sleep progression. I don't know what it is, but I'm running on about 4 hours of sleep right now. And so I was like, can't wait to add some more to this. This is gonna be great. I say that as if it's sarcastic. Actually, I'm really looking forward to it. I love, even still with all that, I still love Hero and hanging out with him, and he's my little buddy, and try to remember that he's having a hard time. He's not giving me a hard time. He's having one. Here, I'll just be up close.
No, just wait till I'm done.
And much like with Hero, I'm going to be documenting the whole journey. I'm very, very excited, and let's go get the ultrasound done.
Disappointed. I knew that because we were so early that there would be a chance that, we wouldn't see much, but I also have a tilted uterus, a severely tilted uterus, so that made it extra hard for her to see. So she saw the sac, and she says that like everything's doing what it's supposed to, but it's just too early, and my body just is complicated.
My wife and I are currently in Japan. We're visiting Akira Toriyama's house, who is the creator of Dragon Ball, my favorite franchise ever. And so we're filming a separate vlog right now of like our journey to this place. And I kid you not, on our way here on the final train ride, we had to do a little bit of a walk as well, but on the final train ride, I get an email from the place where Jen got her blood work done. And it said the results are in. And so I was like, oh my gosh. So the plan right now is for me to learn the results and hold that information in. And then when we get back to the States, I'm gonna do kind of a scavenger hunt for Jen to do so that she can find out. It'll be like a little gender reveal thing, but not, we're not gonna be setting, forests on fire. But I was like, what a perfect timing that I could be in Japan at one of my idol's places of business. It's also where he lived. He passed away back in March, but coming here and being here to find out the gender, the sex of our baby, well, I'm gonna find out anyways. I'm gonna try and keep my mouth shut the entire trip. That's gonna be very hard for me. So I'm gonna look right now in real time. This is where we're gonna find out if we're having a boy or a girl. I know what it is. Man, I'm the only one on the whole planet who knows, and is gonna know for a while. I'm trying not to reveal, because Jen and I were like, this is what we want. Are we gonna be, we'll love no matter what, but if we love to go in that direction. So, and as the viewer, right now as well. But I'm just gonna have to keep that to myself for at least a few days, like probably for at least a couple of weeks, As I'm editing the video, I realized I never talked about how the gender reveal was spoiled for Jen. As we were in Japan, I was texting some friends the results because I was obviously very excited. And Jen, through her peripheral vision, caught the pink and realized it was a girl, but then tried to cover it up that she read it. So we was gonna do a whole plan to like do a gender reveal for her, and I was gonna have Natalie involved, and that got ruined. And she was like, I didn't see the pink message, Holden. So that's what happened. So we never bring it up, but it got spoiled.
That is not what happened by the slightest. First of all, I don't remember denying that. I remember flat out saying, oh my gosh, Holden, what are you doing? Why are you looking at the results when you're sitting right next to me?
See, this is how, wait. This is how I know it's a lie. I wasn't looking at the results. It was my whole camera roll, and you caught it like on the side, so I wasn't even looking at it.
Why would you be looking at that when you are right next to me? Like, wait till we are in a separate room. I just don't understand why he chose that moment to like have that information on his phone. And it wasn't.
I was to the side. I was to the side. I wasn't even like over in her direction. We weren't just like, hey, here, like this. We were like to the side, doing our own little thing.
And I, not knowing that, first of all, I would think that he would be looking at the results right next to me. So I casually looked over, and there it is, all pink, saying it's a girl. I just, like, if it's a secret, you have to treat it like it's a secret, and he did not treat it like it was a secret. So I knew right away, but it was fine because I feel like it was still special that we found out about it in Japan. So there's something, but he's just not very good at like, this is a secret, I gotta keep it under wraps.
It's true, I'm very bad about keeping secrets from my wife. You know, that's a bad trait of mine, my bad. But yeah, so that got spoiled, but it wasn't a big deal. It was just like, oh man, we're gonna do that whole thing. But as I'm editing the rest, I realized it never comes up, and we both are talking about how we have a little girl. But anyway, so continue on, back to the video. We're writing our wishes on our lanterns. I'm group 4. Today is the 4th of July, and Jen has expressed to me that she's feeling a little stressed because we only have a few months to go and we have not gotten any baby clothes. So I said, pack your bags, we're going to Target. So we're heading to Target now to buy her first little baby outfits.
We got all the big stuff, you know. I kind of feel like getting that first outfit is like a rite of passage as far as like finding out that you're pregnant. So hopefully today we'll get a couple cute outfits for her. I told Holden that it is much easier to shop for a girl, but he doesn't believe me. He thinks that boys are actually easier to shop for. So I don't know if he's thinking like teenage girls, because then it becomes more about style. But as far as like just like picking out articles of clothing, just a one-piece little dress for a little girl is good. So hopefully we'll get some today.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the baby aisle and I've seen the girls' clothes in the baby aisle. I mean, it sounds good on paper, a little just one dress slide on, but like boys, just pants and a shirt, you're done. So maybe the girl is just slide one thing on and that's easier. But I'm excited. I'm excited to get some clothes for her. We're not going to do a whole big shopping haul today, but just like over time accumulate some newborn and then maybe like 0 to 3 month clothes and just sort of work our way up.
This is for after baby, not now, so don't come for me. But this is the flavor that they discontinued. This is the best energy drink. It is the blue raspberry Sour Patch flavor. And so they discontinued it, so anything that is left in stores right now is all they have. So it's been sold out everywhere and I can't find them, so I'm just gonna get these after baby because we're gonna need them. I think that's good.
It's up to you. They're done making them. You left 3 there for the peons.
I think that's pretty girly.
Okay, I don't know. It's 2025. Nothing matters anymore.
Every one of our kids has a stuffed animal companion that we pick out for them when they're in utero. So Savannah has Sunny. She's 16 years old, and yes, she still sleeps with him and takes him everywhere.
Sunny is a duck.
Sunny is a duck. And then Fox has Eli, his green dinosaur that he takes everywhere. And then Hero, you guys know, has Baymax. But he can't say Baymax, so he calls him Puppy. But he will not sleep without Puppy and absolutely adores him. But he added one to his crew, Pikachu.
Yeah, he has a little Pikachu. We got him from Japan.
Yeah.
We'll have to get one for her. I'm thinking
What about
a classic, a teddy bear. That's cute. All right, baby. First one in. What about this one? Keep in mind, we're in the middle of summer, so there's not many options here. Okay. Oh, where can I get this? I don't see it anywhere. That'd be for Hero, though. Actually, you know what? She could have one, too.
What?
This little Spider-Man outfit.
No. You are putting Hero in everything Spider-Man.
Well, it's my child.
He already has a potty.
Just getting 4 or 5 little outfits for her makes me feel like, okay. And it's really the big thing that we need to get is clothes. So it's really not that bad. It's just pregnancy anxiety.
So we took a break from filming the documentary for the baby being born because we had some rough news at one of our doctor's appointments where we did the NIPT testing and the sex chromosome came back as indeterminate, and that was something we had never seen before, we weren't familiar with, and so it's been a little while since then, so we're just kind of getting caught up to speed. There was a risk of our baby having Turner syndrome, which was a new thing for us. We had never, I'd heard of it before, but I didn't know what all it entailed. And there's basically a lot of complications that come with that. There's the risk of her, if she didn't have that, of her being having mosaic Turner syndrome, where she's not fully Turner syndrome, but has like a portion of her cells are compromised, or the placenta is compromised. And so this was like a huge worry for us. We were really concerned. Like 90% of babies or something that have Turner syndrome don't even make it full term. And so this was, it was like a really stressful moment for us. And Jen had to do an amniocentesis where they stick a needle in your belly and they pull amniotic fluid to test. And luckily, like out of, by sheer miracle, the baby did not end up having Turner syndrome or mosaic Turner syndrome. And the reason we got that result is because the placenta was compromised. It was a mosaic placenta. So that means that the placenta isn't operating at 100%, but the baby is still fine. So what it's going to translate to us is that at the 3rd trimester, we're going to be having to go in like weekly to make sure that she is the right size, that she's growing enough. She's currently like above where she needs to be, which is great.
During our last ultrasound, the tech made the comment, she's actually kind of chunky.
Yeah, she's chunky.
Even doing the amniocentesis was a huge decision for us because that doesn't go without risk on its own.
Right.
So, we had to have a conversation about that because we have 2 choices. Either we don't find out whether she has Turner syndrome or possibly something else and wait till she's born and kind of absorb that information then, or we do the amniocentesis, which runs like a 1 in 200. I think they said it's higher now, but there is a risk that it could end up in miscarriage. So that was really a difficult decision for us. We opted to do it because mainly mental health reasons. At that point in time, it would have been 6 months worrying, questioning, not knowing what's going to happen. And then a big factor of that is we already have a special needs child. And so possibly having a child that may need heart surgery, problem with some of their other organs, and not being able to mentally prepare for that when we have that opportunity, ultimately ended up with us deciding, let's go through with it. We talked to the genetic counselors and they were very reassuring with it, that they do them fairly often, that they've never encountered a problem with it.
They said it was like 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 10,000 or something now. When I looked at it, it said 1 in 200 risk of accidental pregnancy termination. And so that was a big decision.
Nonetheless, it was definitely something for us to talk about, kind of digest, and we did get the procedure. Our doctor, we really love him. He's great, but he was very much like, no, it's no big deal. It's gonna feel like a little bee sting or something like that. Yeah. And then we have our nurse who's like, it's gonna hurt. Which I appreciated her 1,000%. The results came back that everything looked good with the baby and that it was just the placenta, and that really only made a difference in the setting of they had to make sure that she was not undersized or anything like that. And that's something they're gonna watch throughout the pregnancy. Yeah. But in the testing and the ultrasounds, they also revealed that I had a circumvallate
placenta.
placenta, which basically means that instead of being completely adhered to like your uterine wall, it curves a little bit on the side. So in English, it's just not firing at 100%. And one of the things that they needed to watch with regards to that was, again, making sure that like her weight is where it should be for her age, gestational age.
Yeah. So mosaic placenta and circumvallate placenta, meaning the placenta is not fully operational. Fortunately, the baby is chunky, as they said, and we've been good. But I know like third trimester is going to be more of a concern. So once we finally got the results, I know it was really affecting you not knowing if the baby was going to have Turner syndrome or slightly compromised. And they were saying that some people who have mosaic Turner syndrome, you really can't even tell depending on the level of cells compromised. What that means is since our baby is a girl, all of her cells should have XX chromosomes, but some may only have one X. So it'd be XX, XXX, and a couple X. So it's what percentage of her cells have only one X, what percentage is both. So, and we couldn't tell that anyway. We can't even tell that in the placenta, like how compromised it is. They said that there's no way to tell. So once we get in the clear with that, baby's okay. Circumvallate placenta, wow, we're really dodging a lot of bullets here. We went to the doctor and did a in-depth ultrasound and found out that she has cysts on her kidneys. The baby has some cysts on one of her kidneys, and he was just prepping us for the possibility of her losing one of her kidneys. The other one is perfectly healthy and fine, but it's going to cause some implications in her life later down the line, like she wouldn't be able to do anything like heavy contact, plus it's just like the risk of only having one kidney, so that other kidney will compensate. He said right now it could correct, but or it could get worse. And if it gets worse, she's going to lose that kidney.
And I told Holden before my appointment, I really had like this gut feeling throughout this pregnancy that we were just it was not going to be an easy pregnancy, that we were going to be dealing with some issues along the way. Our doctor repeated to us many times that like she can live a full life, like perfectly normal. But, we both have worked in hospitals. We know that like the reality is like if something happens to that kidney that she has, she doesn't have a backup. But I'm really, really hoping this is just something else that resolves itself.
Right now, we are undergoing a situation where they are testing to see if this kidney situation is genetic or if it's something that just developed out of chance. And so we got the first part of those results yesterday, and those came back all clear. It's kind of a double-edged sword, because even if we were to get the results of this testing and they say, oh, everything like looks good, it's not genetic, we're possibly in the same situation of like she could still lose a kidney. He said during our last visit or our last appointment with him that he was pretty confident that he'd be able to tell next time, like, hey, it's resolved, or B, it's getting worse, and if it's getting worse, that's going to pretty much signal that she's gonna lose that kidney. So we're hoping for good news. I think the hardest part is knowing that there's A, nothing that we can do about it. B, we don't really have a confident answer from him, like, I think it's leaning more towards it being okay, or I'm pretty sure she's gonna lose it. He literally said to us, it's 50-50. So that's a hard pill for us to swallow, but we're just hoping for good news and eventually to have an appointment where we hear everything looks good, we're gonna see you next time, because this pregnancy has been the complete opposite of our last pregnancy. Every single visit, there's been something that has come up that we need to delve more into or do more testing. That's
where we're at right now. We haven't really been documenting a lot of that because, it's been heavy on us, and trying to continue with our regular day-to-day and kind of put on a face like everything's fine and filming our videos and stuff. But it's been tough. You're doing a great job, and we're over halfway, and I'm just ready for her to get here. Ready for her to be here. But we'll see you at the doctor's office.
5 toes. And her face. I see cheeks, just like heroes.
You're in the small percentage of patients that went from a severe disease to a far better scenario and a lower risk. We're still not out of the woods yet, but we're gonna keep on watching, okay?
Okay.
But this is looking far better. We did a detailed ultrasound of your baby's heart, which is a fetal echo. And the great news is that your baby's heart looks perfect. So that ultrasound looks amazing. Your kiddo looks great. Your baby's growing appropriately. The heart's perfect. So really, we're just following along the kidneys.
Just finished our appointment. We got good news, though not the news we wanted to hear that everything was resolved, but the fact that she is healing and that her kidney is recovering is it's a great first step. So I'm hoping that the next time we have our appointment that it'll be fully resolved. I'm thinking, in my mind, I'm thinking that it was like really bad and then it's healing to resolution, but we just sort of had this appointment kind of caught right, before it fully healed. That's what I'm thinking. Either way, it's good news and baby's doing well.
We got a referral to urology where I'm assuming they're just gonna look at whatever Dr. Patel is seeing on the ultrasound a little more closely and make their own determination as far as a plan and watching it. And so our hopes is just next time, which is going to be in 4 weeks, we'll go in and they'll say it looks much better or completely resolved. So that's what we're hoping for.
It's a very big day today. We're doing a 4D ultrasound to see our little girl's face for the very first time. We weren't gonna get to do this until probably like 4 days from now. Jen had to do the appointment a little early. There was an opening, so it's coming a little sooner than we were expecting. But I'm really excited. I'm super hyped up about this. I remember experiencing this with Hero, and because I've never seen like a 4D ultrasound before. And so I remember seeing Hero's face before, and he was like, for the first time, and he was like smiling in the womb. So this is gonna be exciting, really exciting to see our little girl. And we are wagering who she'll look like more. She's saying baby's gonna look like me, hoping that she has Hero's cheeks, which he probably inherited from me. But I'm thinking that she's probably gonna look more like mom, but I guess we'll see.
There's only one correct answer here, and that is the child is going to be another clone of Holden. It doesn't matter if it's a girl. Holden's DNA is so strong. I mean, people look at Hero and probably think I'm a babysitter. I think it's that bad. My DNA just doesn't show up. I'm questioning, am I the mother? Honestly, there's moments where I'm like, am I his mother? Because all I see is Holden. So I think that we're gonna see our baby girl on the 4D, and I think she's just gonna look exactly like Hero, honestly. That's what I'm expecting. But I'm just excited to see her in general. We've had the regular ultrasounds up until now, so we haven't really been able to see all the detail that you get with a 4D. So I'm really excited to see her.
It's a girl.
Cheeks aren't as big as Hero boys.
Yeah, but y'all were later, remember?
And they're just as bald as he was too.
Oh, I know. Little heroes. Yay, y'all. But I get
Oh my goodness. I see so many similarities to Hero. I think the main difference is the nose. I think her nose is like a little pudgier. But the cheeks I can see are growing. Her like facial structure looks the same. Even when Hero, after he was born, like I recognize that. And she's got hair.
A little bit.
We'll see how much she actually ends up having when she's born, but at least we're on the right track. Hero had none.
30 weeks today. We're in the ER. I don't have any of my camera equipment, but Jen's been having some difficulty. We're thinking it's possible the water broke early. Probably not, but we're here at Baptist just getting her checked out.
It's just the real problem right now. So better safe than sorry.
So we ended up getting out of the ER. Jen had to go back a couple days later. We found out that she had kidney stones, and that's why she was in such excruciating pain. It only got worse from there. It was very, very difficult for her. We believe she passed it yesterday, and she is still having like some residual back pain. We think that maybe it was kidney stones, and she might have actually pulled her back when she picked up our son Hero. So it's been a couple days, and we have our regular follow-up with our doctor. She's still not fully recovered, but that's what we're doing today.
I am fully expecting to hear. It's just gonna take time. That's kind of the advice that we've gotten from doctors so far. I've had this pain since Thursday through, I would say, Monday. I was completely immobile. Like, I could not walk. I couldn't get out of bed. It was the most excruciating pain I've ever been in for that long. The positive side of this, and this is what I'm reciting, is that hopefully, if this is the worst pain I've experienced, labor will feel a little bit easier. That's just like my mind trying to, I guess, deal with this situation. So the pain is not as bad, but it's like still there, and it's more like coming and going. Just got to get through the next couple weeks, and hopefully today will just be like a routine appointment.
Jen has not taken any pain medication this entire pregnancy, not even Tylenol. And the second time we were at the ER, which we didn't film any of, the doctor prescribed Percocet, and which is a narcotic. And so I Googled Percocet and like the effects while pregnant, and it was just like negative, negative, negative. Don't do it. Don't take Percocet. Like developmental delays, all this kind of horrible stuff. And so I asked the doctor about that, and he was like, well, we're gonna give you a small dose, and it's just for a short amount of time. So that's more, and it increased the risk of stillbirth too. And he was like, well, that's like if you're taking it up until then, but you're only doing a little bit. And so Jen and I were both pretty against it if we couldn't, but I was like, babe, you're in like so much pain. If you need that just to like help you sleep or get through it, we got to pick our battles. And Jen has not taken any. She didn't take any during like that kidney stuff. So she's really been a champ and just trying to put the baby first and like go through all this for her. So you've been doing a great job, babe.
I'm not perfect. I really I can't say I'm not tempted to, just because the thought of like pain can be on. I hear the Tylenol talking to me, but it just is not like worth the risk to us. We really, especially with this pregnancy being so fragile, I just don't want to do anything to affect the baby at all in any form. So we're holding off right now, but hopefully it's gonna just pass in the in the next couple of days, and we'll be back to just waiting for her arrival.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and head out to see the doctor. Just returned from the doctor's office, and Jen is doing okay. She's still not fully out of pain yet, but it's not like constant throbbing pain. And we're filming some Christmas videos early. It's September right now, but we're doing our backlog, and I'm like, okay, well, if we got to think, it'll be Christmas time. We got to get Christmas spirit, to give the illusion that no time has changed for our regular content. Starting next week, we're going to be doing weekly ultrasounds, and our weekly appointments will begin then. So.